Hi there, this is Lori with Teleworking Expats for Hire. I'm doing a quick little video with Jeff, one of our teleworkers that's currently working for us. Jeff, how about you start off by just telling us a little bit about yourself and the city that you're currently living in?
Hi, I'm Jeff Antigiovanni. I'm living in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. I'm originally from the east state of the United or east coast of the United States, but spent most of my adult life in Washington, D.C. But I've been in Puerto Vallarta full time now. It'll be just over 6 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Now, how long have you been teleworking for?
I'm just starting on my 11th year now.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. My employers in Washington, D.C. I worked for some larger companies, and they even at that time they were just starting to get into teleworkers. But now I know that the majority of the people do telework from their office.
And how is teleworking different from working in an actual office for your standpoint when you were working in Washington?
Um, well, working at home, it's like there's no commute. You don't spend thousands of dollars a year on clothing. Just general everyday expenses. And truthfully, if you have the self-discipline, you can work from anywhere and do anything because the technology is so much better now. It was 10 years ago, it was a little stodgy, clunky, and now it's very slick and clean, and it's pretty effortless.
Okay, good. Now, what type of programs do you use on a regular basis for your teleworking, your different tasks?
Currently, I'm using a Sugar CRM, also SQL, which is a database program for primarily accounting, and also Google Apps, and I use primarily say, the spreadsheet function in there.
Okay. Now, because you do mainly accounting duties, how do people get receipts to you? How do you post everything?
They come in a couple of ways because sometimes the vendors will email them to us, which is fine. Come in PDF format, download them, then enter, and just simply store them in Google Apps. But any miscellaneous receipts that may come as the result of using a credit card, those can just be photographed or scanned in the same manner. They'll end up to me. Typically, what we do is we put them into a certain folder that lets me know that they have to be dealt with. So, and it works very well.
Okay. Now, miscellaneous receipts for meals and parking, that type of thing, those are our general one-offs. What about if somebody gets mail once a week or they've got a stack of receipts or a stack of bills? How do those get sent to you and how do you break them out?
Um, Sometimes they're sent in one file, but they're easy enough to break out and save on their own because the objective is once they're entered into the accounting system, they still need to be stored in an organized format.
Hmm.
So even the larger files, they're broken up so it identify, which vendor it is, the date, the invoice number. So you have all the same detail there as you would if you had a paper file that you open up in your office.
Right.
But it's
And
all stored online.
now, of course, you've dealt with stacks and stacks of paper in an office type environment. Now, of
Hmm.
course, you're doing almost everything paperless. How is that different? Do you find you're more effective dealing with everything online versus having to go through files and review receipts in paper form?
You know, as long as you create a similar organized format in an electronic format, then you just don't have that paper. You don't have filing cabinets. You don't pull a document and then it gets lost. It's like it's always and permanently there, which I
Right,
think is much more efficient.
right. No, I would certainly agree. Now, how is your working environment? Do you find that you've got a quiet place to work? Do you get easily distracted?
Oh, no, I don't get distracted at all. Um, no, my environment, it's very quiet. Um, you know, if I'm working at home, being honest, my friends know not to come to my house during my work hours. Even if they did, it's like, I would not answer the door
Right?
because it's just the way it is. I'm at work.
Right. Good. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with me, and I hope we're able to do some more videos to come in the future.
Great. Okay,
Great.
thanks, Lori.
Thank